وعن أبي موسى الأشعري. Likewise, it was reported from Abu Musa al-Ash'ari رضي الله عنه أن رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم قال, that the Messenger of Allah صلى الله عليه وسلم said, إن من إجلال الله إكرام ذي شيبة المسلم. إن من إجلال الله إكرام ذي شيبة المسلم. That indeed from إجلال الله, from the إجلال of Allah, meaning from the ta'zeem of Allah, from venerating and honoring and respecting Allah, is respecting the outer Muslim, respecting your Muslim elders, to respect your Muslim elders. So he mentions three people that you are to respect. Three people that you are to respect, and respecting them is out of respect for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Respecting these people is a proof that you respect Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The first, ikrama the shaybat al-Muslim, that you honor and respect the Muslim elder. Wa حامل القرآن غير الغالي فيه والجافي عنه. And the person who is a carrier of the Quran, the person who is a carrier of the Quran, meaning a memorizer of the Quran, who has memorized a fair portion of the Quran, who is known to have more Quran than the average person. حامل القرآن. And then he describes this person who is to be honored from the حملة القرآن, from the carriers and the learners of the Quran. He said, غير الغالي فيه والجافي عنه. And he, not the one, and the general care of the Quran, who is not like this or like that. Like the first he says, غالي فيه, the one who makes غلو, and he goes to extremes in his religion. And who goes to extremes in his religion. And the extremes in the religion is innovation. The person who goes outside of the teachings of Islam, and they introduce something new into the religion. And this is ghulu. And he not the person who is ghali fihi, and the person who makes ghulu, or the person jafi anhu, who is negligent and lackadaisical as relates to the Quran. Al-Jafa bil-Quran is the chapter that is going to be mentioned soon, inshallah ta'ala. And about al-Jafa. Al-Jafa means to mistreat something, to not give it its just due, to not give it its rights. So the person who is known to have learned the Quran, but they're an open fasiq, mathalan. They're an open sinful person, a person of innovation, a person of open shameless sinfulness, a person who is openly sinful, these sorts of things, and he is not who is intended here by the Prophet ﷺ to be respected. Is not who is intended here by the Prophet ﷺ to be respected, the person of the Quran, meaning who implements the Quran, and who is not a person who has fallen into either extreme, any too far, any too extremism, or is extremely negligent in their implementation of the religion and their implementation of the Quran. And the third person, وَإِكْرَامَ the Sultan al-Muqsit, and honoring the just ruler, and honoring the just ruler. And so, the person who has been Muslim a long time, has been practicing Islam for a long time, normally, so he is deserving of respect. He is deserving of respect, and respecting him is respecting Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The person who has the Quran, he has the speech of Allah, and how could you not respect such a person? To the point that Ibn Jama'a al-Kinani rahimahullah ta'ala, in his famous book about seeking knowledge, he brings an entire chapter about this. An entire chapter about the importance of respecting the person who has knowledge, and the person who specifically has the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and how the Salaf as-Salih used to encourage people to seek knowledge so that they would be respected and not humiliated. And because it was commonplace in Muslim society, it's from the fitrah of people to respect people of knowledge. And this is what is called a secondary intention. It's not a person's primary intention, but every person wants to be respected. There's no person who likes to be disrespected. Every person wants to be respected, because the person who is respected is given their rights and all those sorts of things. A person wants to be loved. A person wants to be respected, and according to how much a person loves Allah, people will love them. According to how much they respect Allah and the religion of Allah, people will respect them. There's nothing wrong with a person doing things to be respected and strengthening themselves and their religion so that they could be accepted by other people and respected by other people. This is found in many, many ahadith from the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam, the encouragement for this, and that these two things are connected, with the understanding of the person that it is Allah who raises and lowers and honors and humiliates people, not the people. And it is Allah who controls their hearts and how they feel about Him, and it is not Him directly behaving in such a way to be on their good side and to earn their good graces and that sort of thing. Because as our scholars have said, pleasing people is a goal and objective that can never be achieved. Pleasing all of the people, meaning is a goal and objective that you will never achieve. So the person who is always trying to be on the good side of people is a mudahin. It's a person who will compromise in his religion and who will not do what needs to be done and say what needs to be said, and when it is something disliked by the people.